Well, hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I got the DJI Avata delivered to me yesterday, and I'm gonna take it out for just a little flight here around the yard and just kind of just trying to really get the feel for it. This thing is absolutely fun. I took it out this morning. I didn't record any video. I just wanted to try to get used to everything, try and get used to controls. It's gonna take me a little bit to get everything. Um, the way everything handles and everything, this thing is just absolutely fun though. I'm just, flying in normal mode, which still has position and altitude hold, and the drone. It's easy to fly. I mean, basically, this thing is just super smooth and easy, and I can do things with this that I normally wouldn't even try to do with the camera drones with like the Air 3 or the Air 2S or the Mini 3 or Mini 3 Pro or any of the other drones I got. The Vata has prop guards that goes around the propellers. So, if you're not going really fast and you kind of like bump into something, it's just gonna bounce off of it, and so you can kind of get in closer to objects and stuff and not really worry about crashing it into things and tearing it up. It's pretty durable. I mean, this thing it's built like a tank. Um, this thing is just it is fun. I mean, I've only got to fly with it just like one time, and this is my second flight. Um, but like you see me here, I'm going around the house, and going to attempt to go through under the canopy here, and then around the house and through here. This is something that'd be harder to do with the other drones, and where I'm sitting there with the goggles on, usually my problem is getting close to obstacles. Is like you've got that wide angled camera on the drones, and this one here has just a little bit different view field of the camera with the goggles that allows you to get in closer. And like you see here, I'm attempting to go in this tight little space here in between the trees and the house, and this is basically my second flight with the Avata, and like I don't have any experience with it. I'm just learning as I go and trying to figure everything out, and but yeah, this thing is it's just absolutely easy to fly. I mean, this is for a beginner, somebody wants to pick up an FPV drone. This right here is the drone that you want to transition into FPV. If you go out and get one of these other drones, they're going to be the FPV drones. That is, they're going to be a much harder to fly. Now, right here, I was going to attempt to go in between the building and the steps, um, but I chose not to. Like I say, I'm still getting used to it. Um, so I decided to go up over top of the building in the garage and come back around the house. But like, I had such a good signal and like I'm facing in the opposite direction, and the house is in between the controller and the drone, and I still had great reception. And so it lets me know it's going to get the signal strength is really strong on it. So I'm coming around here and just flying, and like I can't see, and notice there's a red truck in there. I didn't know who this was, and so I'm turning the drone around, and once I got the drone around, I moved up, and I was like, "Well, who is that? Who is that?" And then I noticed it was Brandon. It was a guy that I do lawn care for. I take care of his grass. He works with my stepdad and in the mines, and so I do his grass, and he was stopping by to pay me, and he was driving a different truck. He normally drives a Jeep, and I didn't know who that was or what they was wanting. But after I got to see it was him, I knew what he wanted. So I go over here and talk to him for a minute, and he pays me. But yeah, this Avata, man, is just. I mean, this thing is absolutely fun. I mean, I have the Mini 2, the Mini 3, the Mini 3 Pro, the Mini 4 Pro, the Maverick Air 2, the Air 2S, and the Air 3. And this thing is a completely different experience from flying those other drones. Now, when you're flying the other drones, like you are using, um, just basically you're looking through your tablet or your phone, and on a sunny day, it's almost impossible to see. And I've got an iPhone 13. It's not even the iPhone Pro. It's just a regular 13, so it's a smaller version, and like it's just so hard to see through the camera and everything. And but with this right here, man, with these goggles on your face like this, you have just got nothing but pure vision through the camera, and you can see everything crystal clear. And now it's just up to me to get used to, the controls are basically the same. It's just up to getting used to everything with wearing the goggles and everything. So, after a few flights, of course, I'll get a lot better. Could have easily went through these power wires, but I just decided, yeah, I'll just go ahead and go up over top of them. They kind of caught me by surprise. I was right up on them before I realized I was on them. I was like, oh, wait a minute. And so I was like, so I raised up, and cause see, the Avata doesn't not have any obstacle avoidance whatsoever. So if you bump into something, you just bump into it, which wouldn't be good, cause it's like right there at the street. Um, but yeah, just going around this low altitude, and just kind of grazing over top of this street light. This is something that it's a little harder to do with the other drones, with especially if they have obstacle avoidance, like the Air 3 or the Mini 3 Pro or the Air 2S or the Mini 4 Pro. The obstacle avoidance sensors would be screaming at you, and like the drones, like they kind of like if you're flying close to an object, they will move, they will bypass them, but they will go up, they will go around like probably 10 to 15 feet away before you even get to it. But this Avata will allow you to get in really close, allow you to get into places that it's just harder to do with the camera drones. And now I'm just like I say, I'm in normal mode. Acro mode is it has acro mode. Like I say, I'm no good. I am absolutely no good at flying acro mode. You probably seen on my channel the Quinn Out F4 X1 FPV racing quad. Like it took me a minute just to figure out where the controls and stuff was, because like all the instructions and everything was in Chinese, and like I couldn't make heads or tails of what I was doing. And when I did figure out where acro mode was after a few days of flying it, I had no experience with flying acro mode, and when you press forward, like in normal mode or angle mode or regular mode, the faster you press forward, the faster the drone goes. But that's not the way it happens in acro mode. It's like when you press forward all the way, the drone will flip. And when it flipped, I pressed up on the to raise the elevation, and it came crashing to the ground on its top, which it still flies, but it has a broke, I don't know if you call it ESC board or whatever, it's where the board where the antenna is soldered to. It still flies. There's nothing. I mean, I could take it out and fly it today. It still picks up good and everything. It's just I want to get that ESC board replaced, and I reached out to Quinn Out on Facebook, sent them a message, and they messaged me back and messaged me in Chinese. So I haven't been able to figure out exactly what the name of that board is and how to find it on Amazon or how to get it replaced. Eventually I will. But yeah, like I say, I can still fly today. I just don't like to have broken parts on drones. I just was like keep everything, in good condition. But this thing, man, like it is absolutely fun, and it's just so easy to fly. Like, and you don't gotta go real fast. You can go fast, but I mean, you can just take your time. And this is almost something that it's perfectly for like just doing exploring. Like just get out in the woods, fly in the woods and the trees, things like that. Just get in places that you normally wouldn't take another drone, one of the camera drones or one of the bigger drones, you know. But this one here is like, yeah, and you can fly it indoors, like big buildings. People do it all the time. In house, people fly it in the house. They'll fly up and down the stairs and go to the second floor and fly around the rooms and stuff. And it's just absolutely stable. And it's got like different positions, like you can steady the horizon and all that stuff, which I haven't got into all that yet. I just watched a couple reviews on YouTube, um, showing how to do it. There's still so much more that I gotta learn about this thing. Like I say, I just got it delivered yesterday. My Fly More kit just got delivered today. I have batteries, two extra batteries, and another and the charger, the multi charger that's charging the batteries up right now as we speak. So I definitely am going to enjoy this thing. I can't wait to get it back out for a few more flights. I probably won't make a video every time I fly it, but I might go ahead and turn the camera on in case something interesting happens. But just trying to get the feel for it, you know. And this thing is just, I can't wait to really get it out somewhere, you know, away from home and really just, man, I believe I can get some really good footage with this thing. Just go out like on the mountains and the woods and places and just, man, this thing is going to be, it's going to be a game changer to the channel, you know, and this thing will help you get those up close cinematic shots. And like, it's got a great camera on it, like it shoots 4K 60. So you might notice the it's, you know, it only has a one axis gimbal, means the camera will tilt up and down. It doesn't have the stabilization built in the gimbal like say the other Maverick series or anything like that. So that's the difference, is when the drone rocks back and forth, the camera's going to rock back and forth. But as far as stability, man, you can already tell I don't even have it in that horizon mode or nothing, and it's still super stable compared to as if I would just go take a GoPro and mount it on top of um, or another camera and just mount it on top of a drone. It would be wobbly and jumping up and down, and kind of about like when I used to have them older drones, the XK series, the XK Detect and all that. Before I got the gimbal, man, the video was just, oh, it was just horrible until I got that Walkera G2D gimbal. And those drones, I wish I still had those. I ended up selling them back around 2016. Um, but this drone here, man, it's a lot of fun to fly, and it's very simple to fly. Like it's not gonna take a whole lot of flight experience to fly around in normal mode. I mean, pretty much anybody could almost slap on a set of goggles and get the basics down and go for a flight. But thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and look out for many more. And